Hello, my Cancers. It's Sagittarian Truth Seeker here, and I am here with your Starting Over Healings reading here. It applies whenever that you watch it. If it resonates, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, however, okay? Now, your overall energy is the Two of Cups, okay? It could be love. It does not have to be, but it does represent the importance of partnerships that is showing. This has to do with some type of connection, some type of partnership between two people. I like that these are silhouettes because we don't know exactly what these two people have in connection with each other, or, you know, who they are. Okay. All right. So let's see. I have some platonic. I have some rhetorical questions. You do not have to answer them, but kind of let them sit. Okay. We have, what is worth fighting for? Okay. What is my most precious dream? How do I experience resistance? How can I flow with the existing movement of change? And how can I navigate the changes more gracefully in life? So a lot of you are going through major changes, and you're trying to see how do you operate with this change, okay? And others of you, you may be, of course, fighting for or against something. But I feel like the most important card here, question is saying, without it, I wouldn't even try. Have hope. Okay? Now, where have you been? Seven of Wands. I've been protecting. Some of you have been protecting people who are important to you. This is when people are coming to you with all their opinions and their accusations, and you're defending. Either you or you in a partnership, because this looks like to have to do with a partnership for a lot of you guys. So whether it's you and your opponent, you and an enemy, you and a rival, numbers of people, one person, it's you defending yourself or defending somebody else. Because I see the sun behind you, so what you say you feel like is true. It's bright and it's apparent, and other people don't see things like you see them. Okay, so that's where we've been. Now, the lesson that we have learned with this, we have the Empress. The biggest lesson of the Empress is to give the same attention to yourself as you give to the people around you and the things around you. Okay? Because the Queen of Pentacles is like a kind of below the Empress, but the Queen of Pentacles could have a lot more to learn, but the Empress has perfected how to care, how to express themselves, how to speak for themselves. This is why this person looks so comfortable. Okay, I'm comfortable, I'm out in nature, you know, no protection, no gates around me. And they learn how to love themselves unconditionally and others. That's something that you have learned. Empress could also represent you or the other person. But this is also learning that things don't come overnight. The Empress, it takes a lot of work. That's a seed that has been planted. It's a year. It could be years for you to see something for what it is. You have two suns, so you have illumination here. Okay, so that's what you've learned. Something that we had to let go of. We see a partnership here, then we see decisions over here and choices. We had to let go of one of something. Maybe we even had to take the blindfold off. Because sometimes what we're defending either isn't defending us or isn't telling us the truth. These are relationships and partnerships, and could even be kids, and it's be like, I've been defending you this whole time. I've been having your back. Everything has been said to you. Everything has been pinpointed at you, and I defended you. Okay, I've defended you. That's why we have what is worth fighting for. Okay? You can't defend this person anymore. There has to be change. Because even though you're fighting, you may find some things in question. You may find some things that don't quite make sense either, but at that time it doesn't matter because it's where your heart is, okay, and where your feelings are. So, something that we still need to repair. We have that Three of Pentacles. Partnerships, groups, cooperation, being on one accord. Okay? Still, whatever this is, you're working with multiple people, and that's the biggest challenge. Different opinions, very opinionated people. They operate different, they carry things differently, they handle things differently. And it's not saying that the connection between you and these people or whoever this is wouldn't work, but you got to learn how to change. There's too much resilience. This is wanting to have two different ways of living but still be a companion of somebody, and sometimes that just doesn't work if you're very close-knit bond to a cups with somebody. So teamwork, even if you've cut somebody off, what still needs to be repaired is creation. We've learned about creation, so now when we go back to this, when we deal with that person or somebody else, we understand what it takes to deal with people, whether it's a group, a community, or one other person. It could be under the family. Okay, so what happens next? We find that solution from growth. Some of you could have just, feel like everybody was against you. Then you learn to kind of calm down, because some things could have been all in the mind here, but now that we got the truth out, I feel like the truth comes out with you guys, and things can be worked out. And then we find peaceful solutions, but these solutions require change. Nothing can stay the same after this, whether things are revealed or whatever. Okay, so what happens in the near future? We have the Page of Cups. That's that openness, that's that kindness, that's being willing to hear somebody out and somebody being willing to hear you out. And that's exactly where you're traveling to. For those, for romance and love, you could be traveling to somebody else that you may not even know. But you know now what it takes to work on the same accord as somebody else. Some of you, it could have been a job as well. Okay, so where you're headed, oh goodness, we have the Five of Swords. So if you're dealing with a Taurus, I have this too. Because eventually, we're going to get here. Eventually, you're going to get to the Page of Cups. But as of right now, where you're headed, because we may not be out of this turbulence yet, and we may be still in this confused energy. Everybody just will resonate different, and we're still working on this cooperation. This is the challenge. This is something that still needs to be repaired. Until we repair this cooperation, we have these battles with other people. We have these disagreements, these different opinions, these words being, thrown around. But I feel like if you guys are moving and thinking in a positive way, the overall outcome is actually the Six of Swords and the Page of Cups. But as of right now, we still do have that tension between a partnership or a group of people. Okay? All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good one.